All right, we're going to be dealing with Unit 12 today. This is going to be a very interesting passage. I think it's one of the most interesting that we deal with. Probably one of the most difficult too, but I think you'll be able to work through it. It's a very difficult passage both to interpret and to translate. The vocabulary is very different from anything that we have seen in the New Testament, which may argue against the some of the more uh, uh, well-known and common writers that are considered to have written this book. So anyway, that's something you can work through on your own and make your own decision. People have argued about that since early times in the church, and Origen probably had it closest when he said, "Only God knows who wrote Hebrews." Now we still don't know, but it is the language is very different. Mounts gives you more help here than he usually does, and of course that's well deserved because of the grammar and because of the vocabulary in both of those. So he's going to help you a great deal. So work on the translation and see how you do. Use all the tools that you have, of course, except for the English translation or the interlinear. We don't want you to use that. What you can do is, if you'll work on it, work through it, and with all of the tools that you have, and then you can go back and take my phrasing that's in course documents and use it to compare. Don't copy it, please, but just use it to compare your own translation and work through it. That way. I am more interested in your exegesis of this than in your translation because of the difficulty of it. There are a lot of different interpretations of this passage, and you will find those just about anybody you read is going to have a little bit different one. So what I would encourage you to do is to work through the passage yourself, as I always ask you to do. Wrestle with it on your own. Come to your own conclusions. You may be surprised that the conclusions that you come to are not the same as those that you read in other commentaries. So what I would encourage you to do is work through that on your own, and then read the commentaries. I have also posted my notes on this in the course documents. I'm not going to try to go through this in this video, but I've posted my notes, and what I'd encourage you to do is read that, and it just gives you a different perspective. You have no obligation to agree with my notes or the commentaries or any of these things, but I do encourage you to read through them and get these different perspectives. So wrestle on your own with the text, and then look at the commentaries and my notes, compare them, consider them, and then come to your own conclusions about that. All right. So let me talk about the assignments, and then we'll conclude this, and let's get to work on this very interesting passage. By Tuesday midnight, you need to have reviewed the Mount's grammar, chapters 31 to 32. If you don't use the Mount's grammar, you're going to be looking for the subjunctive mood and for infinitives, and then you're going to translate Hebrews 5:11 through 6:12. That passage goes together. So that's what I want you to translate. Then by Saturday night, you will want to do the phrasing, exegesis, and sermon outline. Now, that's all your work this week is your individual work, both the translation and then the phrasing, exegesis, and sermon outline. There's no quiz this week. You finish those. And also there is no group work. You don't have any group work this week. So you'll want to work hard on this passage, see how it comes out. If you have any questions, anything you want to talk about or discuss, you can either put it on the discussion board or just send me an email. I would be happy to discuss it. This is one of my favorite passages. I think that the writer to the Hebrews used this passage to demonstrate the whole theme of what he was trying to say in the letter to the Hebrews. So work hard on it, see how it comes out. I look forward to seeing what you do.